there's no forever, you see. This absolute light will soon be a flicker of a candle. Don't think I will give up easy. When the time comes, I'm gonna seize my moment. By the time I count to 10, you're done for, it's time to give up. Try me, it's the ultimate sacrifice. I'm burning up, so light another candle. Hey, the night begins to fall. I'm ready to risk it all. When the sun comes back again, it's my moment, like another candle. Hey! Each morning you wake, I'm already lit up in flame. The shadow, it waits for me to lose sight of my dreams. My if you dare to get close to me, stand back, watch me, and then you'll see you'll find my flame. By the time I count to 10, you're done for, it's time to give up. Try me, it's the ultimate sacrifice. I'm burning up, so like another candle. Hey, the night begins to fall. I'm ready to risk it all. When the sun comes back again, it's my moment, like another candle. How much more can I take? Every night's make or break. You and me against the clock. Tick tock, time to walk the walk. I'll illuminate again. Cut will be a light another candle. Hey, watch your left, get out my way. Light another candle. Hey, watch your left, get out my way. The sun will never set away.
Okay, there we go. Alright, people, welcome to Dragon's Den Talk stream. This is the Black Dragon. And it's been a while since I had another talk stream, because ever since I took a long ass hiatus from doing this, due to like work schedule and traveling and all that. But it's good to be back. Good to be back. We do have a lot to talk about. Right. I have hold on a second. I want to make sure my audio the audio is going on because I have like, oh geez, 1 2 3 4. I did not have the audio output capture for my desktop. Yep, it's always a running gag on my streams. There's always something going on. Hold on one moment. Add existing. Make source visible. Yeah, make source visible. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right. All right. So I have a couple of my people who are on the chat right now that we're going to basically talk about a couple of things that's happened as of recent, right? But I'm just gonna wait until everybody's hey and ready. But on that, I hope you guys had a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful weekend thus far. I have not I haven't had a good weekend thus far, but you know, have not had a good weekend thus far, but I just gotta give God thanks. I'm just grateful for life and all that. Um, Valkyrie's up Arcadia. He's ready. Okay. So, anyways, without further ado, I got the Emperor himself, Triforce Isaiah Johnson, on the line.
What's going on? What's going on?
Ah, you may need to speak up. I can't even hear you.
Can you turn me up? Oh man, I hope this is
I
not what I.
can't even turn you up. Let me tell you something. Anytime when I have you on the line, you're always on max.
Okay, so you should be able to hear me better now.
Okay, much better now. Thank you
I don't
very
know
much.
why. I'm on headset, but like the mic on the headset seems not to be good. I have to keep using the Yeti, but it's what it is.
All right, fair enough, understandable. All right, so how's it going, Triforce?
Well, last night I was up and I was working on a ton of stuff. I actually didn't want to, but I ended up putting a 24 hours, so that was annoying. And I went to sleep and I was awakened 11 o'clock at night by some foolishness. So
Yes,
um, um, I, I decided to
Foolishness indeed.
let
yeah.
me let
So from what? Yeah,
let's
that is
let's
what I
unpack it.
also. Okay, so based on the food, so basically, this happened. I guess this happened. I guess I saw this just into in when I was basically just coming off of my 8 hour stream. Was it 8 hours? I can't even tell. I was streaming from the morning. I was streaming from the morning, having a good time. Streaming from the morning, having a good talk with Game Order. Um, and I was playing WB 2K23, just doing some nonsense. And then I think I finished around like after 7, after 6, after 7. And I was just gonna have a good time and watch some WrestleMania because it was going on tonight. It was going on just now. Not too long ago. And something came to me, got a um, notification on YouTube, and I saw that there was a YouTube title regarding reason why I don't like the Valkyries. So I'm like, I wanted to address some of the issues.
What was the title of the YouTube video?
Stupid TikTok drama why I don't like the Valkyries, which I was like, what is this now?
And I'm assuming that was posted by who?
Yeah, it seems like it was posted by Baby Queen.
So
And I watch the stream, right? I was watching the stream while watching my WrestleMania because I was like, what is this going on now? Why is this that come into my good quiet Saturday evening? And okay, so so basically she and Samiki along with other people was addressing some of the issues that happened. Was it yesterday? I think also regarding the no yesterday or Thursday regarding the TikTok that Samiki posted.
mhm.
And it seems like there must have been some type of misunderstanding, and she claimed that she was being attacked for that, right?
Actually, I saw both TikToks. The reason why I even know about any of this, so we have to put things in chronological order so we keep things contextual. Somebody called BFF contacted the Valkyries Instagram, and they were saying something to the effect. And I'll try to. I don't want to paraphrase anything. I want to try to keep everything as accurate as possible. Oh, it's right here. Let me go into Now's phone. Just give me a second. Let me bring it up just so that we have everything in context. Okay, BFF. Scroll all the way up to the beginning of this conversation to where we came out of nowhere with this. All right, boom, boom, boom. Um, no, it's not this. It's in the back. It's not this. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, there it is. So, I apologize because this was brought to my attention by Robin and Naya. So he said, "Oh, this is a long conversation." The guy's name is called BFFR or Nowid NOWDOIT underscore 23. Let's do the sent that up. Okay, good. I found it. Thank you. This is taking so long. Crap. And he says, "This was Sunday. Oh, last week Sunday. Okay. Why do the Valkyries YouTube thumbnails always have to be showing cleavage and ass? I was having a discussion with a few people and they were asking." And he says, "And why is your YouTube less of games and more of you showing your body?" Which anybody know if you go to the Valkyries YouTube page, the first thing you see is all of the gaming content that they do. Personally, and with the live video game TV, they have to go to an actual studio and create content there and whatnot. And so everything was explained to the person like, I don't know what you're talking about. So Niall sends him all of the video game stuff that they've done with the live video game TV, and the person ends up saying, "Okay, fair enough. I was asking based on the discussion that I had with a few people." So Niall says, "Copy this entire discussion that we just had on Instagram and send it to those people." So that would kind of like be the retort. Then he says on Monday, and also another question about a viral TikTok by Vivid Queen saying you guys faked your friendship. And that's why she left. Is that true? So Robin jumps in and says, "Not that we know of. We were her friend and still are. She said on stream she left to pursue her own thing. We didn't want her to leave like any other Valkyrie that left as well, but we can't keep anyone here against their will." And so Robin says, "So where's this viral TikTok?" So the person says, "She took it down, but you can ask her. She said it." Right? So Robin says, "No need for us to ask her anything. She left in 2021. It's 2023. She made a public statement why she left. Why is this even a topic?" And then Robin says, "Even if she put up the tweet you mentioned and then took it down, then that's for you to gossip about whether it's true or not. We have nothing to hide or prove or protect. Besides, you're full of garbage. You're here trying to create drama between you and the Valkyries and Vivid Queen." So the guy goes, "No, I'm not full of garbage. Even if you ask or whatever." Then the person eventually posts the TikTok that he's talking about. I guess he found it. And then we said, "Whoa, we didn't know that Vivid Queen said that." And the TikTok has something to do with why she left the Valkyries. And pretty much she's saying the Valkyries is overly sexualized. And that's a topic that if you ask the Valkyries, the girls themselves, they don't agree with Vivid Queen. One only needs to go to Vivid Queen's TikToks or Instagram and sees that this is hypocrisy speaking. The Valkyries are about body positivity. The culture of Jamaica down here shows off sexy, beautiful, natural Jamaican women in everything that they do, whether it may be dance, entertainment, business, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you. It's a subjective thing. So as long as it's not nudity or whatever. And so Niall jumps in. Oh crap, this went off. And Niall says to the guy that, Niall comes in and says, but we don't feel any way towards her. Our friendship with her from our end is still real, right? If it wasn't, we wouldn't even associate with her at all. And she goes on to say, she has a right to feel that way. Let her feel that way. I don't know why you're bringing this to our Instagram. We don't want to get involved. So we said, leave it at that. And what is it? She says, and thanks for providing, Robin jumps and said, thanks for providing the evidence because I thought you were just starting drama. And to answer your question, no, I could not see the story at first. So either it is we're blocked or whatever. So we just tell them we couldn't see the story. So the guy just provide us the evidence. Empress says, "Wow." Um, Robin goes on says, "Hey BFF. So there's something I learned from what you told us regarding Vivid Queen. Apparently, she will be either starting her own, or joining an all gaming team in Jamaica. And her TikTok is creating some stir with us. But I tell you from now, we have no beef whatsoever, and wish her the best. We might address this video on Friday during the real waifu hours." So there's more to talk about, but that's Niall showing him a bunch of stuff that she does for the live video game TV, Trovo, Digicel, and all these other companies and so forth. So that's how we even found out about the TikTok regarding her. We had no idea about this young lady called Samiki, who put out a TikTok talking about she wants to develop a gaming team, an all-girl gaming team in Jamaica. We saw that, but we just said whatever. We had a conversation about it. We was like, is this sneak dissing? And I told the girls, it doesn't matter if it's sneak dissing. The Valkyries have receipts. The Valkyries have already proven themselves. Let people have their opinion. If they think you're a girl gaming team, they think you're a girl gaming team. If they don't think you're a girl gaming team, they don't think you're a girl gaming team. It doesn't matter. It's not even important. So we left it at that. Then next thing you know how we get involved in a conversation? The live video game TV tagged Niall and Rhea to the conversation that was happening. So now I was like, Wayne tagged me. So I said, for what? So we go in and we read, and we see stated average in there in an argument with the girl and some other guy in there and whatever. And they were pretty much defending us. So these are avid fans and supporters of us. Let's defend in the Valkyries. And one of them said, if you want to see what the girls play, you can check out the live video game TV. So that person tagged Wayne, and I guess Wayne went and read everything and then tagged Niall and Rhea. So that's how they got back into it. And that's how they found out. So we're looking at all that that's being said, and they're like, okay, this is getting out of hand. So we had already decided that, okay, we'll bring up this question on Real Waifu Hours. Is the Valkyries a gaming team? And then you girls can make your official answer so nobody thinks y'all are creating any drama or anything. You can just answer directly as is. And that they answered that directly on the stream. So that's the end of it. So I don't understand what they're talking about. The girls attack them, because if you watch Real Waifu Hours, even to help the Valkyries out, I clipped out the entire section of them addressing that issue and posted on YouTube so that everyone could, this is for transparency purposes, everyone can see what the Valkyries response is to that question. This is not, they did not attack Samiki, they did not attack Vivid Queen. It was a question that was asked. Is the Valkyries a real gaming team? And the girls gave their answer out. So now I'm waking up and I'm tired of this TikTok drama, why I left the Valkyries. Why does this need to be explained? She already said she left the Valkyries because she felt the Valkyries were overly sexualized. So now, I didn't watch the stream yet. Don't know if I want to watch it. I was given the link. It says 3 hours on it. That's a little bit too much for me. So you guys can put me on to what happened and what's the issue.
Okay.
So this is for those. Hold on, before you start, for those who are listening to this podcast, there's a reason why I gave you guys that chronological order of how things are set, so we know where it came from, how it started, and where we're going with it now, so no one's lost in transition. So I just want to put that out there. Now go on.
Okay. So for one, they said, well, for one, they already said that they feel that it's not really the Valkyries attacking it, because they said that the Valkyries don't really care enough to come to the team. They said that it's basically the supporters attacking her. But I'm like, okay, understandable.
All right, but
But the problem that I have, right, is that when I went there, right, names are being mentioned and false narratives are being mentioned. And I would like to address that first before we go any further with that. Right? One, I would like to reintroduce myself. I am the Black Dragon of Arcadia. right? I am a supporter and investor to the Marcus of Arcadia brand. All I do is come and I support and I just go about my business because I have other shit to do, right? I have other shit to do. I work. I work at Coca-Cola. I'm being a fucking palletized operator. I work 8 to 10 hours, and usually I work in the overnight shift. So most times I don't usually have time to be looking around or get involved in certain things, right? I probably have mentioned this before, and I don't like repeating myself. If there's an issue, and the person and the people that I'm addressing to know themselves, if there's a particular issue, and I've said this many times, I've said this on the stream before, if there's an issue, you address it to me, right? You address it to me, and whatever. I've never gone behind people back. We never gone behind people back. And if I want to address certain things, which I have done before, I address it as the Black Dragon of Arcadia, or Rush, or myself, my real name, Rashawn Headley. Alright? But we never go behind no people back, or create some multiple accounts. Because usually I don't have time for that. It's just taxing. Probably the only time I made multiple accounts is when I'm trying to cheat some video game or something because they were giving free shit to people who had new accounts or something. That's pretty much the only time I even made a multiple account.
May I interject in something? But
Now hold on,
what?
yeah, you interject, but let me finish and you can go in right away. So if my name is being called and my name is being called in a very disrespectful manner when I haven't really done anything, and it's been done many times, and I've been getting called names, and people say that because I feel like people are just doing that because they think that I can't do anything. Like, you guys don't know me very well. You don't know which connections I have. All right, because I could easily just make a defamation case about this, and easily win this. So for the people who have made these these blatant accusations about me and said some silly shit about me, right? I would advise you to tread carefully. And most likely, I would like to have a proper apology. But if not, and this thing continues, and this shit continues, my name is being called, and this name continues, you will hear from my lawyers,
But
because I
hold on.
know people.
Someone attacked you? Well, someone mentioned your name.
Yes, my name was mentioned
Oh, you mean
many
so
times
on
on the
this on
stream.
this on that podcast? Oh, okay. Because I
Yes,
was
my name
wondering.
was mentioned on the stream, and most times, and I'm involved just because I support the Valkyries doesn't mean I just go around making multiple accounts and start doing this. If I want to make a statement, I'll do it on my main account. My main account, which is
But
the Black Dragon of Arcadia.
the Valkyries don't have to. Why would they assume that that who these people are speaking on that? First of all, from what I looked at it, looked at it was only two people stated as some other person. I don't know who that person is. So who's this they? It's just stated in one other person.
Yeah.
So
So to be fair, from what I grasp, and for the record, I did not watch that whole stream just yet. I only caught like a little bit of it while I was live, but I scrolled all the way back to the beginning just to get the context so I don't misspeak or assume anything. You know what I'm saying? So um Megatro mentioned Rashawn specifically and stated
in what manner? In a
basically
negative manner?
basically saying that it's the he said, to be fair, he said he don't think it's the girls that's doing it, which it isn't us because we got better shit that we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
making content and
And
all
you
that good
and you
stuff.
and you already responded directly. So what's the point of doing that?
And so he basically was saying that he believes that it's Rashawn and stated. I mean, obviously stated because stated posted, but yeah.
Okay, so that's not a fair assessment because if stated is there speaking for himself that he posted, then there's no alt account. So so what it looks like is there's two people.
It was also he also brought up the fact that I think he alluded to maybe one of those accounts was you, just because of something that was said at the end talking about you late B.
No.
And he asked the Jamaican panelist, you know, do they talk like that in Jamaica? And Tia said, yeah, some people do talk like that. So I don't know. For me, honestly, all of it is a bunch of foolishness. And honestly, I'm just gonna speak on like the first hour and 40 minutes of what I scrolled back. I kind of wanted to ask ask you the question, Rashawn, and
Yes.
as well as Triforce. So first of all, it was mentioned about something was mentioned about Anime Confest.
Mm-hmm.
And in one dynamic, I'm like, wait a minute, how are you speaking on something that's Valkyrie business and you wasn't even a Valkyrie anymore? So, and you know, this is not just me like throwing shade or anything. I'm just like, you wasn't in any of the business dealings that we were conducting. She spoke about something about Digicel and how, you know, the big banner that we had at Anime Confest basically was saying that that we didn't pay for it, that Digicel was the one that paid for it or something like that. And I'm just like, what?
Oh,
No,
oh, did they say that? How interesting.
no, Rashawn and Stated paid for that, so
Yes,
that's not true.
me unstated, I paid for that. Now I'm not going to disclose the amount that I paid because I'm not gonna because it's gonna sound like I'm flexing, right?
Right.
But like I invested a lot of money to make sure that we get the banner along with stated.
Mhm.
They had nothing to do with that pretty much.
Right. The next question I wanted to bring up, I believe, and this was a little further on when they were like started to watch the podcast, towards the end, our response of what we were basically saying. Now, granted, you know, I had no implication of who they were talking about. So I was just basically speaking in general for whomever, because like I've been a part of the organization for over 10 years. So we're always getting hit with, you know, stuff like, oh, we're not a real gaming team. So in my head, I'm thinking, and I even asked my husband this. I was like, baby, what in your mind, in your head, what is a definition of a gaming team? Like, so you know, like just because we make other content as well as gaming, it doesn't take away the fact that we are a legit gaming team. And I think I mentioned that on the podcast where I specifically said that the Valkyries of Arcadia is the women's division overall of Empire Arcadia, our esports team.
Yeah, that's facts. So
Right.
that's a problem.
Like I don't get it. Like in the words of the late great Kevin Samuels, you can't make this shit up. Like
Well, let me jump in and say something because a lot of people probably don't have I'm sorry. A lot of people probably don't have the context of what the organization is
right.
and what we actually do. So I'm going to read to you their organizations. There's a simple paragraph that the organization talks about. Empire Arcadia, otherwise known as the Empire or EMP, is a diverse and versatile esports brand team. The organization helps to develop digital culture, community, and the industry of gaming, utilizing its 20 years of experience in the competitive gaming industry, also known as esports. EMP helps integrate technology, entertainment, content creation to further revolutionize the 40 plus years of the esports scene that was founded by Walter Day, the father of esports and the creator of Twin Galaxies. Founded in 1984 as a community and established in 2002 as an organization and esports branded team, Empire Arcadia was awarded and certified by Guinness World Record in 2011, but actually it's 12, but as the most documented tournament winning video game team on earth. The world's most winning esports team, Empire Arcadia, is committed to using its dynastic esports brand and content creation to further the development of the markets for fashion, art, media, technology, competition, music, health, education, and most importantly, entertainment and gaming. The brand now pivots to focus on its underrepresented and underdeveloped regions of the world, such as the Caribbean and Africa. That's our mission statement. And this, we're not talking about the Valkyries, we're talking about the company.
The company, right.
So the Valkyries are doing exactly what the company mission statement is. What is the problem here?
I don't know, but thank you for clarifying that, because like I'm sitting over here looking, I literally asked my husband, I was like, was the last 20 years of me being in the gaming industry as a competitive player, now indie game developer, has that all just been a lie? Like what?
Why? I don't understand something. Gamers are human beings. Human beings have lives, social lives. Gaming is one activity. It's one activity that millions of people in the world do, billions actually. You going out to the movies, watching anime, does not take away from you being a gamer.
Exactly, because
I don't understand, like,
because the other thing I was going to bring up, you have other gaming groups or entities that, like RDC World, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Offline TV. They play video games, but they also make other content that goes along with gaming. I don't understand why people act like we can't do both gaming or doing anything in esports, or from what Kakarot was basically saying, mm-hmm. is that yes, y'all play games, and y'all play games specifically on a certain day, but that doesn't justify that y'all are a gaming team. And I'm like, huh?
Well, if you go to Guinness World Record, it says we are.
Right.
And if you go to the filing for Empire Arcadia, it says we are. And our history on YouTube, where we documented 20 years of us gaming, says we are. So I think what the problem here is that people are taking the opinions of people who are not informed on the organization's history and then deeming it as fact. What I'm saying is this: Kakarot can have his opinion, or whoever else shares his opinion with Kakarot, they can have that. We're not going to fight them with it. We don't have to fight them with it. It's facts. So, but they're allowed to believe what they want.
Right, you're allowed to have your opinions, and that's cool. But my whole thing, I guess, especially when it came to the young lady Samiki, like if you knew about the Valkyries, right? And this is just me looking at it from a professional standpoint. If I was a journalist, right? To say that you are aware of an entity, but you don't do your due diligence to go and look, before I speak, even make any type of comments, or even just asking a question, which she did clarify that. So So I will acknowledge that she did clarify what she meant by that statement. At the same token, you still have to do your due diligence, sweetheart, to go and be like, okay, let me go look and see if the Valkyries do gaming content. It's not, they're not hard to find. We're not hard to find. We the Valkyries of Arcadia, we have our own YouTube channel.
You have a Twitter.
We have we have all of our separate accounts. We have the main team channel on YouTube, which is the Empire Arcadia on YouTube. So it's like my thing is like, before making statements, and assuming or not, for lack of a better word, like, do the due diligence to go do the research before you speak.
No,
And that's all I will say on that.
about the young lady. I don't think the young lady is an issue. She has a
she's
right.
not.
She has a right to. She has a right to make a comment, however she believes or perceives it. That's not the issue. To be honest with you, I read the statement, and the statement was, "I'm aware of the Valkyries, but are they really into gaming though?" Question mark.
Which
she
is why
asked. She asked a question. There's nothing wrong with asking a question.
Right, but basically, you just literally made my point. The point is, okay, let me go on YouTube. Let me type in the Valkyries of Arcadia. Let me see what pops up on YouTube. The Valkyries of Arcadia. Oh, okay. So they actually do gaming. They actually play video games. Oh, here's a list. Here's a list of the Valkyries and their own individual channels. And da 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 da. And this is the stuff that they do together collectively as well. So I mean, that's why I said do the due diligence, to do your research first before speaking. Is my point.
Well, however they see it, and if you go to the YouTube page, you'll see the Valkyries. Let me go to the Valkyries YouTube, the actual Valkyries YouTube page. You go there, okay. Empress Now's vlogs, television features, interviews, skits, and promo. She has something here. Empress Now explains how to grow as an IRL streamer. Empress Now with the March recap update on the live video game TV. Valkyries of Arcadia Just Dance 2023 tribute for Women's International History Month. Women's International History Month special feature. Empress Now experiments with Whisker Squadron. I played that game, by the way. It's got like it's like a Star Fox type game, but it's an indie developer made it. It's better than Star Fox 64 in my opinion. Here's another There's a March update. Then there's Riki, another game review she did on the experiment. A February update. Black History Month, We Are the Caretakers. Channel update from the live video game TV. She did a skit for some type of drama show called, what is this called? Tip the Scales. Just Dance 2023, the combo. So she's reviewing Just Dance 2023 with some ice cream. The official review. Then there's an experiment on Destiny Swords, and there's a giveaway. Next up on the live video game TV, Anime Confest. Interview with Digicel's director of communications, Elon Parkinson. Sorry about that. On the Movers and Shakers. This is you and Empress Now on a panel at Anime Confest where you guys were talking about all the different girl content creators in Jamaica and how you guys actually promote them. One of them, I vividly remembered that you mentioned Vivid Queen.
I mentioned Vivid Queen. Yeah.
So I'm scrolling down.
I specifically mentioned her and some of the other girls that are.
What's this girl's name? Kira and other gamers. Then when you go down, you have Game Time with Empress Now. So I guess these are all the times when Empress Now is playing video games, right? From what is this? Free Play, Call of Duty, Apex, Free Fire, Pokemon Unite, 1-2 Switch Yoga, Just Dance, a bunch of rifle games, fan service.
Exactly. So, all right.
Hold on. You got to give it to him.
No,
campus.
no, 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 no.
I know. We're gonna
No,
make it short. We're gonna make it short. We're gonna make it short. Hold on. I'm
no,
gonna make it
because
short.
there's no,
Make it
because
short.
there's some more stuff I want. There's some more stuff I want to get to, but
Okay. Okay.
the short end of it, you guys come back and you review it, or people that were watching that long ridiculous live. Yeah, just do your due diligence, go to the YouTube channels, go to the Twitch channels, or whatever streaming platforms that we are streaming on at the time. Just do the research. It's there. Yeah. The next thing I wanted to tap off into, it was mentioned and brought up that, well, if we are a esports team or an entity, why is it that we don't play in tournaments, but we're hosting the tournaments and giving out like cash prizes and stuff? So
Wait,
for
whoa,
me,
hold on.
yeah.
Hold
So
on.
for me,
Let me. I want to.
so for me, real quick, I just wanted to say this. I don't know if, and I forgot who mentioned that. I'm not sure if it was Miyuki or Kakarot or whomever, but the point is, when you are in the Guinness World Book of Records, when you are a champion, like Nal is a Caribbean champion, she's an international champion. And myself, I'm a champion in my own right here in the United States. Okay. When you think about all the games that the Valkyries play competitively, or even casually, but they went pro in it, or decided to want to compete in it, like prime example, Just Dance, specifically for the Jamaican Valkyries, right? I will at least speak for that. If all of the Valkyries, and even myself included, was to participate in every single event that, let's say, we hosted, nobody in Jamaica would win. It wouldn't be
Exactly.
fair.
I mean, it's like me. It's like me. I'm good at playing Smash Brothers, right? I'm just using an example. I'm good at playing Smash Brothers. I decide to go to Jamaica and host a tournament for like 30,000 Jamaican dollars. I'm the one that put in the money, put in the prize pool. But I myself joined the tournament.
That's unethical.
That's
You
just
can't do
that's
that.
that's
Yes,
just unethical. That's very unethical. I would just
exactly.
body everybody and just take the money, keep the money.
Exactly. So Triforce, can you go off into a little bit more detail as to why we can't do that?
Okay, so first and foremost, because then a lot of people are, there's just a lot of missing information, and I think people are making assumptions about things. All right. One, the money that the Valkyries get, the majority of the money that the Valkyries get to finance any of the activities that they get comes from actual companies and sponsors. So if I could just give some general numbers, 80% of the money we get to do any activity you see the Valkyries doing, most of that money comes from the sponsors. 20% comes from the community where we do fundraiser drives online, donation drives. Hey, support the Valkyries. They want to do X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera. So a small portion of that money comes from the actual community. A large portion of that money comes from actual companies or private sponsors such as the Black Dragon, Stated Average, at one time Megatroll, and numerous other people, Sahil, what's this other guy's name? Perry Perry. There's a bunch of people. Yeah, they all come from the Empire Acadia Discord. My Discord, not the Valkyries Discord. My Discord. Evil Jagan and so forth. Black Poldrin. People you guys don't know about because they're Americans. They're all international. They have nothing to do with Jamaica. So what I've done was I created a pathway to bring in support internationally from America into Jamaica to fund the Valkyries so that they can create these events and these activities which will help bolster the community, because that's what the gaming team is supposed to do. So this money that comes in from these sponsors and these investors, especially Color Switch, it is written in the contract. We're giving you this money to host this event. You can't be in an event we're paying you to host to give away their money. So we can't do it. And like, there's no, that's like JEI saying we're going to host a FIFA tournament, and then JEI gets a JEI member to compete in the team. Like, what? No, like, come on. Like, that's just, whoever asked that question, I don't think they just didn't do their due diligence. A lot of these questions are just being raised, or statements are being raised, and nobody's actually looking at something. So no, the Valkyries
No,
cannot.
I know, but I wanted to specifically do this in this setting, you know, with you Triforce and with the Black Dragon, because I know there's going to be people from the other side of the camp that's going to
Mhm.
come over and be like, oh snap, some stuff done happen over here. Let's see what their response is going to be. So this is for the people that have no clue who we are, what we do, and they're just only getting one side of the story, one perspective, versus, you know, this is to just to give the summary of what we do. And basically what I said earlier, the due diligence is for you to go do your own research. If we can spend hours on end looking up bullshit on the internet, you can do your due diligence to go be like, let's see who the Valkyries are. Let's see who Ray is. Let's see who the Gaming Diva is. Let's see who Quanai Cover is. Let's see who Empress Now is. Let's see who all these girls are. Oh man, they all do their own thing, but we come together and we do our things together as a group. And whether we are doing something competitive, where we're doing something in fashion, education, game development, like it like we are a brand, you know, like a lot of people, like you said, have their opinions on it or whatever, but I don't know, you just, I mean, it's just there. Like if you just go search, if you like, what was that old saying, if you build it they will come. Like, hey, if you go search and do your own research, you will find the answers to a lot of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Well, I want to follow up with one other thing. So for those who are wondering how the Valkyries operate, it's important for you guys to understand who I am and what my position is. I'm just the founder and the CEO for Empire Arcadia. My job is to run that parent organization. The Valkyries is supposed to represent the female aspect of Empire Arcadia autonomously. I need you guys to understand that word, because it is not for the Valkyries to do what the guys do. It's for the Valkyries to do what it is girls do. A lot of people, they have this notion that I'm somehow running the Valkyries. No, I'm involved in the Valkyries operation, but I do not run it. My job is to create, as an architect, is to create the infrastructure to provide the resources for what they want to do. The Valkyries is run
exactly.
by the Valkyries is run by two people: Empress Now, who's my wife, and Robin, who's a captain commander. Robin takes care of everything for the Valkyries overall, both internationally and in Jamaica. So she is Empress Now's right hand man. If I'm an anime guy, so for those who are into anime, if Empress Now is Yamaji, she would be Unohana. So that's where they stand together, and their job is to network things. We counsel all the time. They tell me what they want to do. So I'll give an example. So there's this event coming up called Anime Picnic. They want to go to Anime Picnic. I go, okay, what do you guys want to do? They want to do a performance there. They want to host a Just Dance competition and some other stuff that's going on. So I'm like, all right, contact the people who's responsible for all of this, get whatever information you have. We will have a meeting. We'll sit down and have a meeting on what the requirements are, what their terms of services are, and whatever it is. They'll dish out, oh, well, we want to do this, and we're going to go on this day to practice that so that we can do this, blah, blah, blah. Do they need uniforms? Do they need tables? Yada, yada, yada. I gather all that information, and my job is to go find the money to get them so that they can do that. Now, within this, I may recommend them things that they can do that will help it better because of my years in the industry. Some things they agree with, some things they do not. But that's fine. Even though I'm the boss, they are autonomous. So it's not about me forcing anything on them. I can only recommend. I do not want them to be the Knights version of the Empire. I want them to be the Valkyries. So they have to have their own autonomous, sovereign point of view, culture, and everything. So everything you see the Valkyries do, which I think is what one of the biggest problems is, a lot of people are confused why they want to question. They're not a real game girl team. Well, let's talk about that. What is a girl gaming team? Define that. What is a girl gaming team? Well, one would
Girls
know,
that play video games.
and they do what girls do, correct?
Right. Sometimes we compete, sometimes we play casually, and then sometimes we get together as a group to play mutual games. There's like a time and place that we do everything. We're not gonna just straight up just game 100% of the doggone time. And I
That's
think,
what guys do, and that's the
yeah,
problem.
like,
And that's the problem right there. They want
it's
y'all to.
okay. We
They
want to,
want,
what we do is we use gaming as a tool.
but
We
what they
use,
want you to do is to be like the guys. So all you are is just a female version of what the guys are doing. Like, no, there's no autonomy there. You're just copying what the guys are doing. So if there's a game you like, so there's games girls like, right? That there are certain games that are fitted for girls that guys generally will not play. Not all men will play.
right, like Animal Crossing, for example.
Yeah, like Animal Crossing. Yes.
We get blasted for that all the time. Like, and Stadia will come in and be like, "Man, y'all playing Animal Crossing again?" Like, yes, it's soothing.
Yeah,
like,
so
leave us alone.
and let the girls play their game.
We want to relax.
But unfortunately, because you're not playing the games that guys play, then they question your gamer credibility, which is stupid. It's like, no, so wait, who determines this? And now let me get into a little ego thing here. So for the guys in Jamaica, who determines this? Who created the rules on what you have to play to be determined as a gamer? Last time I checked, nobody in Jamaica has a Guinness World Record or a World Championship or an esports team. If anyone's going to make if anyone's going to make up the rules or create the chart that determines who's a gamer, it would be me. And even I don't do that, because a gamer is someone who plays video games. That's it.
Plays video games. It doesn't matter
It
what
doesn't
game.
matter what it
To
is.
clarify, it doesn't matter what games it is. Either you're an Xbox gamer, a Nintendo gamer, a PlayStation gamer, a PC/Steam gamer, and a mobile gamer. Like,
So for those who are wondering, well, Triforce, you're nobody. Well, I'm a 10-time Guinness World Record holder in video games, right? I'm the CEO of the #1 winning esports team. I've been inducted into the International Video Game Hall of Fame by the father of esports himself. I inducted the former president of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé, into the very same International Video Game Hall of Fame that I've been inducted in. I've traveled the world and I've spread Empire Arcadia throughout the world, winning over 2,500 different tournaments and 21 world championships. Now, I don't mean to pop my collar, but unless you're...
Wait, Triforce, you forgot one. You're also in various video gaming documentaries.
Oh, that too. What some CNN's Great Big Story, The King of Chinatown, and so much more. And on top of it, I lived most of my gaming life professionally with some of the world's greatest gamers in the world, from Sanford Kelly to Mewtwo King to Justin Wong to IFC Yipes to Fatal Strike for Gears of War. And the list goes on. So if anyone is going to make up what determines a gamer, it'd be me. It'd be no one else in Jamaica. You're not on my level. And so let me let me assert my dominance by saying a gamer is anyone who plays video games, period. So we're going to stop this classist nonsense, because that's what that is. It's just classist nonsense.
It's really, really silly. Really, really silly. And it's crazy because, like, if I really wanted to get back 100% in competition mode, which I will be because Street Fighter 6 is coming out, And
Oh yeah.
Capcom is putting up $2 million. So, I'm like, what I'm saying? Your girl got to come out of retirement to see if I can win some of that.
I didn't answer your question though. You
I,
asked
I
your
would I
question.
would I would
Well, hold on.
put
Hold
my
on.
hand in that.
I didn't answer the question. You said so about the why is it that we don't compete? Well, one, Empire Arcadia still competes. We have players in the United States and in
Yep.
Africa, from Sule to KDZ, Jerron, Sanford, and more that actually still compete in tournaments. KDZ just came from Frostons the
Hold
other
on,
day.
Triforce. Hold on, there, Triforce. But before we do, the context is why aren't all females competing?
Well, we already answered that. That part we answered. They can't compete. Okay, who's hosting tournaments for the Valkyries to join? Exactly. So they can't join something that doesn't exist. But if they're hosting it, they can't join their own tournament that they're hosting. That's cheating. So when people create gaming competitions for the Valkyries to join, the Valkyries will be there.
Exactly. Like even me myself, I would probably come and fly out to
And if there
Jamaica.
were some tournaments in the first place, well, that's pretty much the fault of the organizers because they didn't really market it properly where it didn't reach
Well,
our
no,
attention.
actually, no. There's in terms of female gamers, Vivid Queen hosted a Call of Duty tournament in which Silver Neko joined in and played. Empress now was going to play, but we were busy doing something with the live video game TV, so she couldn't play in it. But we had a representative from the Valkyries that was available, and she competed in the tournament. So, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You guys keep forgetting. I have all the information. I just don't talk about it. But we're going to talk about it now. Continue.
Yeah, so yeah, like what else do I want to address? Oh, myself, I want to address something that Tia specifically mentioned when it came to me in reference to a lot of things. So she asked a question basically saying, why am I even still a Valkyrie? Well, the
Okay.
short sweet answer to that, Vivid Queen, is the simple fact that the contributions of tournaments that I contributed to this esports team, like my world records that we submitted to Guinness, that solidifies us as an esports team through Empire Arcadia, as well as the Valkyries of Arcadia. I compete. I'm a battle Valkyrie, right? I
Every
will
Wednesday,
never.
you'll see it.
Right, and also too, you can go back and just type in Google Sheba Baby 2014, and you can see that I was in Evo going up against Daigo and some very international big heads. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, moving right along. I have no reason to leave Empire Arcadia. Now, every family, every corporation, you're going to have your disagreements with figureheads or people that you work with. Hell, even in the real world, you work with people that you're like siblings. You don't always get along. But at the end of the day, I voice my opinions and I say what I have to say to whomever I'm speaking to, whether that's Triforce, whether that's any of the girls. And you're exactly right. I did say some things on Pacocha, but also at the same token, I still went back and said that shit to Triforce to his face. Whatever I say to anybody behind their backs, I say to their face as well. I'm
Well,
very blunt. I'm
that,
very
that,
blunt. Hold on. I'm very blunt and I'm very direct. But
that,
the last thing I will say, I have no reason to leave Empire Arcadia simply because Triforce has done me no wrong. No wrong. The only way I would leave Empire Arcadia is if he legit did some shady shit.
my question. Oh, turned on the fan. That's loud. Sorry about that. You turn that off. Why? I don't understand something. I have disagreements with a lot of people in the organization, men and women. Why?
Right.
What world do we live in where we're not allowed to have a disagreement?
Exactly. Yeah, and I would agree. You know, that was probably not professional of me to go on
No,
coach you
no,
to heap
no,
my
no,
frustration.
no. You're
But at the
human.
No,
end,
you
You're
are.
human. No, time out. You're human. Whatever you said, I don't care. It's got nothing to do with anything. The thing is, if you have if we're having a conversation and I'm saying something and you disagree with it and you have a different an opinion and I'm not God. Me disagreeing with you does not make me right. You disagreeing with me does not make you right. We just have a difference of opinion. That's it. At the end of the day, the Valkyries still move autonomously. I do not, there's this narrative that Triforce controls the Valkyries. This is the problem.
yeah,
And,
which is
and I,
which is which I can speak 100%. He does not.
I do not
like
control the Valkyries.
right, like we said, like we come together, we come to Triforce, we like, hey Triforce, we want to do this. The only thing that he does is give
Facilitate.
suggestions and facilitate.
That's all I can do. That's all I want to do. And there's a reason
But
why I do.
at the end of the day, it's ultimately our decision on what content that we make, what we do, what we don't do. That's up to us.
What I don't like is the Valkyries has an autonomy, and when they do things and something goes wrong, I get blamed for it. This is the part that pisses. For instance, let's look at this situation that we're talking about right now.
Mhm.
Why is my name being brought up?
I don't know.
I
How
really
did I
have no
get into
idea.
this?
I mean, I'm still answering. I still don't understand why my name is being brought up when I don't really do much anything. I just simply just support the Valkyries.
I don't
Vivid Queen makes a
understand
comment.
I don't
Vivid Queen makes
understand
a
why the Valkyrie's name is being brought up
no. Well,
when
no, there is a reason why the
when
Valkyries name is being brought up because the topic was the Valkyries. Someone brought up Vivid Queen brought up the Valkyries as a topic on TikTok. People then who like both her and the Valkyries slid into the Valkyries DMs, started bothering the Valkyries about stuff. Like, to be very honest with you, so what? If she doesn't like the Valkyries and she left for whatever reason, fine. That should be the end of it. Why is it more than I don't get it. Like, why is there more than that? Why can't it just end at that? Okay, she left because she didn't like the sexuality of the Valkyries. Okay,
No
that's it.
problem.
No problem. We what's that professional line? We wish you well in your future endeavors. Why
Hmm.
can't it end there? Why does it have to be more than what it is? That goes over to some girl questioning whether the Valkyries are gamers or not. Okay, we don't have to make a big deal about this. Valkyries, this is a valid question. This is somebody that's aware of you, but they don't really know your history. They're asking the question, are you really gamers though? All the Valkyries have to do is put out their resume. That's it. They don't have to get emotional about it. They don't have to make no war. And I thought that's what you girls did on Real
from the
Waifu
pot,
Hours.
right?
So
So
then how did this turn into, if you answered her question directly and put out the resume, I'm the one who edited the video from, I literally saw from Real Waifu. I was like, oh, yo, Jagan, can I clip this? Yeah, clip. I had to listen to it. There's 20 minutes of you girls talking. And I'm like, I don't see what the problem is. It just explained what they do, when they do it, and why they do it. All right. So that answers the question. I'm sure this will circulate back into the community and this will get to her. And this young lady, Samiki, can look at it and she'll be like, oh, okay, well, that's what they do. And then she can agree with it or not agree with it. That's it. How did this get to me being woken up at 11 o'clock at night, being told Tia's on a podcast and she's tearing down the Valkyries and talking trash about me? How? How did I get into this?
Hmm. And one thing I need to address on that, right? She mentions that yeah, she's been getting constantly asked about why she left the Valkyries, blah blah. Okay.
That's annoying.
Here's the thing that I would like to address about that situation. Like, okay, fine. I understand that it's annoying. I understand it's annoying when someone asks you the same questions over and over. I get asked the same questions about certain things over and over, but I don't usually get bothered with that. It's either I answer the question or I just keep it moving and just simply ignore it. All right? Why? Because I have peace of mind. So I just don't let these things bother me. I just keep it moving. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know the reason why. So if these people ask me questions, okay, I'll answer the question. Just keep it moving. It just takes a couple seconds. It just takes a couple seconds, and then you just move on with your life, whatever your life is. This doesn't warrant. This doesn't warrant some type of smear campaign.
Well,
Yeah,
you can't smear a brand on falsity because the truth will always surface. So
exactly.
like
Exactly.
whatever she's saying about the Valkyries or me has to be quantified. You have to measure it. You have to have evidence. Stated messaged me and said that Tia threatened, saying she's playing nice. This is for Tia. Tia, we invite you to play dirty, please. Don't worry about us. We won't play dirty with you. We're just gonna keep it professional. Be as dirty as you want. Just put it out there because I would like to see what she's talking about.
Yeah, so
The
to put it
reason,
out there, bring out the proof, bring out whatever.
bring it all
I
out.
would like to
Whatever is it,
see. I would
whatever
like
you
to
have,
see the
yeah, we'd
proof
like to see
about.
it.
Yes, and this is also just a mega trial. I would like to see the proof about the multiple accounts because I don't understand why my name has
The
been mentioned.
what?
The proof about the multiple accounts.
Well,
Like if you want to, because if that is true, then I want you to quantify it. I want you to provide the evidence. If you can't provide the evidence,
that's stupid because like you can't. Everybody makes multiple accounts. Well, let me not say everybody, but
no. If I know, it's
trolls.
basically by making multiple accounts and coming here and coming on TikTok
Nobody
to
needs to
attack.
make no. There is no need for us to come and make no multiple accounts to address something that the girls can just address on their own. That was the entire purpose of the girls
Right.
addressing it
That's
on the
the
real waifu hours. What was it?
right.
What's
Exactly.
the purpose of us making multiple accounts to talk for the girls and then the girls talk for themselves? This is stupid. The girls already spoke for themselves. And then the question, okay, let's go with their narrative. They made multiple accounts, right? Me, you stated, and a bunch of other fans and whatever, we made a multiple to go and attack the Samiki. The question wasn't asked towards us. Samiki was asking the Valkyries a question. So none of our opinions matter. There it is. Done. So if you want to believe we attacked you, fine. If you want to believe we didn't attack you, fine. It doesn't matter. We don't have an opinion on the matter because Samiki was not talking to us. She was talking to the Valkyries, and the Valkyries answered the question on the Real Waifu's Hour. Game, that's it. Y'all can, if you want to play around in the dirt and with that, that's fine. Whatever. This is what trolls do. Go do that. Go play in the dirt or whatever. But the Valkyries, all Samiki should be focused on is what the Valkyries said on Real Waifu Hours, because her question was for them. That's it. Everything else is irrelevant. I'm not gonna go make no alt account. Get out of here with that nonsense. I'm not making no alt account. What else was said about me, please? I would just like to know because if there's anything that was said about me, I can address it.
Basically, what was being said about you is that you were basically talking to dudes on Niall's account,
Yeah,
basically.
basically saying
In what
basically
context?
in the context of you take Now's account and basically you're speaking under her account and it's not actually Now speaking.
Okay,
That
so
was that was brought up.
let me address this half truth, right? So because there's it's true what she says, but there's a narrative that if you don't put the context in, it creates
context.
it creates a false
right.
narrative. So I'm sure everyone who actually follows the Valkyries know of something called admins. So the Valkyries have admins. Almost every Valkyrie that stream has one.
Or should I say, to put it in U.S. terms, social media managers.
Social media. Yeah, that's the actual profession. That's the PC term for it. That's it. So the professional term is called PC manager. Social media managers. Each significant content creating Valkyrie has one. Silver Echo has a social media manager. So
I have one.
Robin has one. All right. Dana has one. Hasari has one. Empress Now has one. Alethea has one. So if you guys are wondering, well, so why is he talking? So let us tell you what these administrators do. So what the administrator does, and this is for the quality of the viewer, the administrator's job is to man the stream, change the sequences, and to make sure that the content that they're providing you during streaming is fluid, so that the girls don't have to operate their stream while playing their video games and then talking to you in the stream chat. Y'all never noticed how these girls just giving us their full attention and the stream is just going seamlessly because there are admins behind the door working. Now, during the time that the admins are working, Guys will come on the stream. I don't understand. Some of these guys are on drugs because it just doesn't make any sense. They're sitting there. They'll type in a YouTube chat. Oh my God, you're so sexy. Blah, blah, blah. The girl will say, thank you, whatever. Then they'll go into the description, see their Instagram, DM them on the Instagram, and start having a full-fledged conversation with them in Instagram while they're watching her live on the stream playing a game. How can she be typing and playing the video game at the same time? This is that was a rhetorical question. This just goes to show you the losers out there. So now these losers are contacting the Valkyries, and they're not contacting them about video games. They're contacting the Valkyries about trying to slide in them. Period. So the Valkyries, and they have charged us with this. Admins, please take care of them. This is not a Triforce and Empress Now thing. It's all the admins.
This is all of us, right?
Our job as the knights and the men is to deflect all of these creepers who want to come and bother the Valkyries while they're gaming. So when you come in, if you slide into a Valkyrie's DM and you talk about, yo, do you twerk? Yo, you're gonna give me that P and blah blah blah.
You have OnlyFans?
Yeah, you have OnlyFans. 9 times out of 10, you're talking to a dude. That's for all the Valkyries. That's not just Empress Now. 9 times out of 10, you're talking to the dudes. And our job is to just, without being, because if you really want the girls to talk to you, you're not going to get the diplomatic shutdowns that we give you. Because we're guys, so we know how you guys think. So we're going to promptly and nicely say, you know, if you want the girls, the Valkyries, to give you their answers, you're not going to like it. Because the Valkyries don't have time for that. They don't want to be sitting there and talking with dudes who are disrespecting them and discussing them. Now, if you are, so for those who are wondering, so that means we could never talk to the Valkyries. No. If you are a respectful individual and you contact any Valkyrie and you're talking about video games and anime and you're being a friend to them, once you're doing that, you are talking to them. You're not talking to us. We just deal with the trolls and the sexual perverts. That's it. You're not speaking with us.
It's kind of like, think of it like this. You know, you just don't immediately go up in somebody's house, right? And you just go straight into the kitchen without asking, hey, is it okay if I can get a drink of water? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get to know you guys first to make sure that you're not, you know, trying to do some creepy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and if you've been to any of our streams, we talk to a lot of you guys, and heck, we even, you know, like, let's say for example, there's some nights where like I don't show up for a stream for whatever reason, whether I'm tired or, you know, mama duties, or at this moment in the process of making a video game, which is why y'all haven't been seeing me stream for the past couple of weeks. But yeah, like we invite you guys on our streams to play games with us.
So wait, hold on. What do you mean you invite them? That's me they're talking to. So how can you invite them? How are those people that you're playing with on Pokemon Unite? How are those guys that you're playing with Call of Duty and Apex and Free Fire? How is it that you're playing with them if they're talking to me? How's that possible? Oh, that's right, because they're actually talking to you guys. So that distracts what Tia says. No, if you're there to play with the Valkyries and talk with them, you're actually talking with them. If you're there to try to have sex with the Valkyries, 9 times out of 10 you're talking with us.
You're talking to the dudes.
and for those who have done it, you've been shut down. We shut you down in a nice way. If you ask Rhea will tell you, I don't want to talk to those guys. She doesn't. This is the facts. And so people trying to make it like there's some type of scam going on. No, any real business will protect their client. Yep. That's what the manager is supposed to do. So this notion that, now don't get me wrong, we're not saying that you can't do it for yourself. But as I explained in context, in order for the girls to be able to provide with you with a smooth transition of the content that they're creating to entertain you, they can't be involved in that. Now, if they're playing Pokemon Unite, you've watched Niall, Rhea, Alethea, literally talking to dudes on Instagram, live on the stream, Send me your Nintendo Switch code. They're entering it right there, and then hey, come join us on the stream. Come play with us, and they're playing. So how can they be doing that? But Triforce is talking to them. First of all, how can I be talking to them if I'm manning the stream? So this narrative, it's Triforce you're talking to. 10% of that is true. Yes, if you're a troll and you're trying to slide in the Valkyries and you're trying to ask them for OnlyFans and you're trying to have sex with them, yeah, you're talking to one of us. And it's not just me. It's Rion, it's Jagan, it's a bunch of us. You're talking to one of us and you're going to get shut down. If you're there to play video games, no, you don't have to worry about that. You're talking with them. And if you don't believe me, this day moving forward, if you don't believe me, start video chatting the Valkyries when you hit them up in the DMs and to talk about video games, and you'll see it is them. So that was a misleading truth. Let me say it like that. It was a misleading truth. Next, anything else? Come on, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Well, let's see. Well, honestly, I didn't really look much into rest of the
Yeah, I didn't either. Like after the first hour and 40 minutes, I stopped watching it because I was just like,
I felt like it was just dragging for literally no reason.
I felt like I addressed and the rest of the Valkyries addressed what we needed to address on the Real Waifu Hours podcast. And it seems like now at this point we're just kind of repeating ourselves. So really, this isn't even for the people that is being silly right now. This is more so for the people that is like, what the hell is going on? Who are these people you guys are talking about? This is for the new people because there's always two sides of the story, right? So, obviously they did their due diligence to some extent to show to actually watch their point of view, to watch our podcast. And then what's so funny now, and I'm thinking about it in hindsight, we answered those questions, and then after we answered the question, it seemed like we were still being questioned from the answers that we gave them. So it's like, at this point, for me, it's a waste of time.
It is.
When I could.
Once you answered the question, that was it. So that was it. Samiki was given a sufficient enough answer for her to make her own decision or come to a final conclusion on her own opinion. And I don't understand if you girls are. I don't understand how.
Right.
Hold on. Can I say the statement? How did the Valkyries answering Samiki's question turn into a problem with Vivid Queen?
That is a great question. I don't know. I personally never had any issues with Vivid Queen. What
made Vivid Queen? What is the trigger that made Vivid Queen create a 3-hour stream to vent her frustration about why she doesn't like the Valkyries? You guys answered a question that had nothing to do with her.
Right. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I wish nothing but Tia the best. Samiki, I don't know who this young lady is, but it seems like she's trying to do her own thing and start something in Jamaica as well. And my thing, I want to say to her, I wish you the best. Go out there, do what you do.
If you want to collaborate with the Valkyries are here because their job, the Valkyries' job is to help build it. The Valkyries is not the end all be all gaming. The Valkyries cannot service all 1.5 million females or what within that 1.5 million females. If you want to split Jamaica 50-50, there's 3 million people in Jamaica, not counting the Maroon Kingdom, between men and women. So out of that 1.5 million, whatever that large amount of people that's a gaming and anime community, the Valkyries cannot facilitate all of them. It requires other options. The Valkyries are not here to monopolize anything. So the Valkyries are willing to work with you. So don't even think that this little drama nonsense that's going on has closed any future doors in collaborating or working with the Valkyries. You need help looking for a sponsor, you can talk to Empress Now, you can talk to Robin, you can talk to Rhea, we're here to help. Look, you may think this is cap, but our track record speaks for itself. Like, we're here to help, man. We are here.
Exactly.
The Valkyries gave away
help.
the Valkyries gave away $210,000 for a video game tournament at Anime Confest. Right? We're here to help. And every time the Valkyries call,
and for the people that are in the US or Jamaica, and I think Kakarot even asked that question. He was like, how much is that in US? Because he did ask that.
210,000. I actually forgot that. Give me a second. June. So they did 3 tournaments and they gave 1 second. 210. That's 1,400 US.
So $1,400
Yeah,
US.
$1,400. Actually, at that time it was really 1,500 because it was we said we needed $1,500 to cover everything. So it was just 1,500. We'll round it up. It was 1,500 US dollars. That's what the $210,000. Not to mention,
because we did Just Dance, we did the Color Switch tournament, and we also did One Two Switch.
Yes. Right. Not to mention what we had to pay Anime Confest in terms of the what's the name of this thing here? What we had to
presenting sponsors.
As a presenting sponsors, and then see, this is the part that pisses me off the most. This actually upsets me, as opposed to everything is really more just annoying, right? We spent $500,000 Jamaican dollars for the live video game TV to cover that, and the live video game TV covered the entire community. It didn't just cover the Valkyries. We put that on our tab to cover the community.
Right, and that was us trying to not just big up ourselves, but to big up all the, the content creators, the different gaming entities,
the gaming developers, the indie gaming developers.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I was like, wow. Okay,
JEI was interviewed there. Other cosplayers were interviewed there. Other game content creators were interviewed there. If you don't believe me,
the other girl gaming group that was there, that was dressed up in cosplays. Like, it was a beautiful experience for me to come from the US to actually go to an anime convention where it was just mass majority of it being our people.
Yep. Go to the live video game TV. You'll see there that the live video game TV has been covering Jamaican gaming content for 20 years. And the live video game TV has not been supported. And this is the part where that it really bothers me, where the live video game TV has been it's literally a time trove of information. The live video game TV has gathered the history of gaming and competition and the gaming culture and the industry of Jamaica for 20 years. And the live video game TV has never been sponsored. It has never been sponsored. But guess who is an executive producer and sponsor of the live video game TV? Take a guess. And guess where that money's coming from? Not the Jamaican community. We get that money from outside and we funnel that money in to build up Jamaica. And you guys are out here questioning. Come on, man. Like Robin said, please do your due diligence. Stop this. Go look it up, man.
We're right here. You can ask questions. There's no need.
We're not trying to tear down anyone or anybody. We're trying to help build as a community. And if we don't, anyway. Well, all I can say is, on our end, Valkyries of Arcadia, speaking as the captain commander, the second in command to Empress now, we're going to continue to do what we do over here. And you guys just keep watching. Our actions is going to speak, not our words.
And if you have any other questions, we are right here. We are right here. You know where to find us. We have not gone anywhere. We have not gone anywhere. We have not hide anywhere. You know where to find us.
Before coming on, I had I got hit with some information regarding well, I don't want to. This is all. I really don't know whether or not I should I don't know whether or
Come
not.
on now.
No, because I'm thinking about it. I don't know whether or not I should talk about this because it's unconfirmed. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because I want to show a point of how destructive this is. But this is a destructive thing because it's not helping. It's not helping the scene.
Oh, so
It's
what's so
because it is
What
creating a division. It is creating a division in the scene, and
what happened?
well, I'm getting reports. Well, she's sleeping, so I gotta call and confirm. And I don't know, but it appears that Silver Neko left Jot.
Wow.
So the problem here is that
Collateral damage of people talking out the side of their necks.
that's
That's crazy. That's unfortunate.
so I gotta go double
well,
check.
you have to go and confirm that, because if that has been confirmed, then that is some serious there'll be some serious implications.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. But that's just crazy though. Well, yeah, you gotta have to confirm that, because
Well, I'll
that's
confirm that, but I have my guess as to why. Um,
Apparently, there was a whole. Well, I hope it wasn't because of that.
well, it looks coincidental. Right after this issue, all of this happened. There was a fight earlier with another Valkyrie, Vivid Queen, and now the actual fight is out there. It's someone in some private room that we got nothing to do with. They put out the argument, and it's like, you see, this is all of this is stupid.
What?
This is just dumb. Yeah. So it's out there. So I think lines are being drawn, and this is destructive.
Wait, a
This
fight? Wait, who
like who
can
was fight who, like
who
who got him who was fighting? Like what the hell is going on? The hell?
who is
uh,
fighting? Who is fighting with who?
actually, something. I'm gonna stick with my gut feeling. It is better for me not to say anything. Tomorrow, I'll contact and confirm the Valkyries after they're supposed to be. I was telling me that they gotta go and meet up for some rehearsal for annual picnic. So um, we gotta be sleeping soon because they gotta get up in the morning. So I guess when we meet up and I'll talk to her. I'll get all the details or whatever. We'll see what happens. But if it's true, it'll come out. If it's not, it'll sink. That's how things work. Lies don't really hold up well. It's hard to float. At the end of the day, I guess we'll leave it like this. I'll quote a line from one of the Valkyries Forever Summer video that everyone keeps complaining about, which is all the way at the bottom of the Valkyries YouTube page, which they say when they go to the channel, all they see is nothing other than games. Everything else but games, which is a lie. If you want to see the Valkyries fan service, you have to scroll all the way at the bottom of the page. But let me close on this note because I actually made the video. Rax, I got them. Mary, I'm popping. They keep hating, but still watching.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow. But yeah.
But
Yeah, my final thoughts is before you speak or think you know, why not just ask the people that are involved before speaking? Do your due diligence, go do your research. And if you guys feel at any time that you want to have a conversation with either myself or Empress Now, you know where to find us, our social media. We don't hide that. So yeah. And going forward, you know, and going forward, if you want to watch our video game content, you can go to Empress_now on YouTube. And then basically, in the description, you can see all of our channels in every single description. So, yeah, we're not hard to find. You just have to, if you want to, do the research, search and you shall find. But going forward, I'm not going to be addressing any more of this foolish, silly talk when we've been around longer than most of these people have been born. So,
The legendary Wes commented on my YouTube. How's it going, Wes? And said, this is silly stuff. What did the Valkyries even do to Tia? I'm confused. We, from what I've been seeing,
that's what
and I
I'm
have
trying to
been, and
figure
I have
out,
been,
bro.
and this is from my standpoint because me and Tia go way back. Me and Tia go way back. Um, from what I've been seeing, from being
It's a one-word answer.
inside the,
It's a
I
one-word
know,
answer.
I know, inside the Discord up until now, like I haven't seen, we haven't done anything to Tia for that matter. Like we haven't done anything
Nothing.
to Tia. We have been very respectful.
Right.
We have
I've
been,
I've
we
wished
have
her
been,
nothing. I wished her nothing but the best.
yes, like
I even took pictures with her at Anime Com Fest. We were talking and like I mean, granted, we wasn't all buddy buddy like that because she was running her booth, we was running our booth. But I said hi to her, took pictures, we hugged. So I don't understand where all of this is coming from.
yes. So I'm like, and yeah, and I wish nothing but the best for her, despite she said some things that was really out of pocket, some things that were not even true. But I'm like, it's just whatever at this point. All I'm saying is like, I'm just a simple guy, I'm just a simple guy. I go to work, I come home, I do my shit, I come and support the Valkyries. I don't only support the Valkyries, I support other people who are in need as well. So if there's an issue, you can talk to me about it. And the one thing I don't seem to understand is like, why do people who I'm in close connection with, that I have helped and are appreciative of what I do, will always come to me about certain issues, no problem. But
Well, Wes,
somehow, but somehow, Tia can't even come to me about an issue and then accuse me of something I'm not. It's
well,
just,
Vivid,
that's just, I find that very crazy. And then when shit hits the fan, I'm out here looking like what the hell just happened.
Vivid
But
Queen is saying, well, according to Wes, Vivid Queen is saying that this is according to Wes, that she doesn't like when people still call her a Valkyrie. And I want you to look at that situation. She doesn't like
well,
when people still call her a
I just said
Valkyrie.
this earlier.
Mhm.
Even though when if people still, well, not really still call her Valkyrie, they're asking why she left the Valkyries and blah blah blah. Like it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. In looking at it from here, if someone keep asking me that question, I'm not gonna get annoyed by it.
I mean,
Right?
there are ways that she could professionally handle that. I mean, like
There
on
are
other,
ways to
like
handle.
prime example. I'm gonna use this as an example. Like one of the guy content creators that I watched on Twitch. Um, I think he gamed with Ninja or something like that. And then basically after that, a lot of people kept asking him that question over and over again, like, yo, oh my God, like, what did you do with the money that basically Ninja had donated to him or won or whatever? And, just like that I guarantee that was very annoying. So why not put up a frequently asked question in your thing or make a pin and say, yes, I was a
Because
Valkyrie, but
because
I'm no
that
longer a
required
Valkyrie and I don't want to speak on it. That's all you have
because
to say
because
professionally.
because it requires a social media manager to tell her that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oops. But what my other issue is people talking about other people's personals, whether it's their living situation or where they live. Why? And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is where I said like, look, this
What personals? What personals are you talking about?
like what personals are what? Yes, if we're regarding to what if you're regarding to what Triforce also has been doing with the Valkyries or with Empress Nine that particular. I mean,
That's not personal.
it's not really personal per se, but still,
What
I mean,
I
my
at
thing
best, at best,
I find it funny is that, you know,
at best,
it,
that's company that's company operations confidential, and she's just giving that out. But it's not a big thing. We're not doing anything unethical. Managing your content creators' social media is where could someone show me where these someone says that's wrong to do that, especially when you're giving clearance by the Valkyrie to do so. So it's like that's not maybe she's trying to make it into something like it's some type of scammer thing in the back,
yeah,
but
it's not
no,
like
it's not.
it's not
yeah,
like
there are a lot
it's
of
not like we tell her
content
to
that,
it's not like we tell her to sign some type of NDA or something.
Yeah, so it's there's no personal, no Valkyrie here, especially the current Valkyrie's knees have bruises on it. Facts. I can't speak for those who've left, but I can speak for those who are currently here.
Hold on. West says no. They were talking about they know where Triforce lives, Jagan, and also what Dragon God and Stated is doing and living. Why? Okay.
So
Well, I didn't really watch that part of the stream,
yeah, I didn't
but
either. I
I
can't
do
speak.
is not what I do is no really so secret. Now I work I because T already knows. I let her know that already went on one Pococha stream that I'm gonna be working at Coca-Cola, and that's why I work at Coca-Cola. So okay, now if you can consider that doxing,
I mean,
okay,
but yeah, putting people's personal information out like that, that's not good.
oh, so
The only thing I will say on that is, karmatic debt. So if you out here putting people's personal business out there when,
exactly,
other people out here knows your personal business and you don't want that to be disclosed, certain people just need to be quiet because yeah, a lot of shit could have got a lot of stuff I could have said on the podcast the other night. But I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stoop to this person's level. I'm not gonna do that. But if
yeah,
you keep
yeah, we're
on
not,
doing it. And what it sounds like, like I said, what it sounds like, and I guess what Wes is trying to tell us is that that happened on the duration of it. And if it did happen, then she got her just desserts because you don't tell people's personal information or personal life or what they do. That's nobody's business.
exactly, because we're
And
not
if
going
you and if
around
you and if you
telling people about
and if you
what
expect that same courtesy, you know what I'm saying? Like don't do that.
yeah,
Just
because
don't.
don't do that.
Because
Like
number one, that can be a legal issue. Like you forget, I'm in America. I don't live in Jamaica. I have lawyers. I legit have lawyers, especially now
exactly,
that I have a
I
business.
have old colleagues who are lawyers
So
in America right now. So I'm like,
be careful
they're just
because
a phone call away.
defamation
well,
of
I don't
character,
mean that.
it can hurt business. Like
I don't mean to
just
cut
stop.
into y'all guys stuff, but like, because
Just stop it.
I think we're flying off the end. At the end of the
No,
day,
it's not flying off the end. It's
yeah,
literally giving a warning and saying just be quiet.
it's as Wes says, this is all unnecessary. I'm thinking here that she had something. Well, actually, I was never worried because the only time you should be worried about someone talking something about you is if what they say is true. So that's why I'm not worried. That's why I welcome Tia to get dirty because I'm like, what are you going to get dirty about? What are you going to get dirty about? And I'm like, what could you possibly get dirty about? Okay. Have I stolen from the Valkyries? No. Do I have sex with any of the Valkyries? No. Do I have I put any of the Valkyries in any type of situation of endangerment? No. Have I forced any of the Valkyries to do anything? No. So I'm not worried. That's why I said bring on what you want. It doesn't matter because I didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
at
So
this
I don't
point, just
care.
put in what you want. Like
In fact, you can
like
make it up.
quantify and put
Yeah,
out the evidence.
you can make up whatever you want. Just quantify it and put it out. It's not a big deal. I'm like,
Exactly.
and I will address anything she says because I know I'm in the right because I haven't done anything to her. As she, in her own words, said to the other Valkyries when asked, so Triforce, how can you be around all these sexy girls and nothing wrong with it? And in Tia's word, and I quote, man, Triforce doesn't find any of us attractive. We're just money trim. You damn right.
Yeah, because you run a business.
Yes, it's nothing but business. It's
Like
nothing personal, not business.
it's business. Never it's never make it personal. Never make it personal.
Like, just simply business, no need to make it personal. And as I said, as apparently, some people just want to make it personal, but that's just a sign of emotional immaturity.
Right. So that's the reason why I decided on the podcast last night. I'm like, you know what? Since I don't have all the information yet, I chose to wait before I spoke, but it seemed like I'm just gonna take the high road. I'm gonna do what I do. Like I said, I wish Tia nothing but the best, and these other young ladies and other young men that are gonna do whatever it is that they're gonna do. Wish y'all the best.
Mhm.
Thanks for watching. Keep commenting.
Yeah, so
Thanks for
listen, no
the
one is eating big right now, so this BS is just stopping everyone's progress to get better and logical. Well, at this point, it is what it is because, like I said, I'm just gonna. By the end of the day, people have
hmm.
talked shit about me and blah 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 and whatever. By the end of the day, my check is still gonna get cleared, and I'm just gonna keep moving on with my life.
Exactly.
It's simple. My check is still gonna get cleared. I'm moving on with my life. That's simple. But anyways, I like to thank Robin and Triforce for coming here on my stream to talk about the issue, which is not really much of an issue really. We're just pretty much addressing what was told about to what was told about tonight. But in the event, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the stream. Really appreciate it. I'll probably be back. What time is it now? 4 a.m. My goodness gracious. I'll probably be back
Silly.
for a daytime stream, do some WWE 2K 2023, do some, my GM mode because, we're still gonna, we're gonna maintain our number one status on our brand. Just some silly WWE, just some silly WWE shit. But I would have to start it early. I might have to start early because I think day two of WrestleMania is gonna start 7 o'clock same way. I think so. I hope. Yeah. So I have to start that early. But anyways, get some sleep, guys. All right. I wish you a nice, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.